Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hi, hello, and how are all my lovelies, my royalty? Okay, let's begin. Let's start because it's going to be that story time. So much has happened so far in this 2026 that, yeah, years from now, I hope to laugh and get maybe a little emotional. And we're only in February. We're just about to start in March already. We just finished saying Happy New Year. And I know we do this every year, but it's just time goes by so fast in some areas, but then it crawls and creeps in others. It's kind of like happiness always sprints, but sadness crawls. But okay. This episode might be like a combination of emotions because I'm going to make you happy and laughing, but it's like I was kind of laughing through it, but it was an emotional time because this is the story about Mr. Lockakey and when he applied and worked as a stripper. Yeah. And lately, or throughout the month, where I'm like, okay, I think I'm going to tell the story, I started thinking of other relationships and realizing how many men do this. And remember, okay, women can do this too, but I've only dated men. So I'm talking from my perspective. So it's going to be men. Okay. Okay. So just know if I say men, it's like people are people. There are a lot of stupid women out here too. Well, in my opinion, I said stupid, so everyone's gonna take that differently. Everyone's gonna picture someone else in their head and mind. So, but okay. And it's gonna be a messy episode because I'm gonna talk about past exes and the crap they did. Because, just remember, let's see, the guy during the COVID years. So 2021, 2022 was when I dated that one guy. I went on one date and I already knew it wasn't gonna. I was just like, you know what? Maybe we would just be friends at the end of the day. But he didn't want to accept that. Instead, he said that if I don't go out with him and sleep with him again, he was going to sleep with his boss because his boss kept sending him exotic, just nude pictures and saying that she wanted to sleep with him and everything like that. So, yeah, so I'm going to talk about that and a few other examples because, yeah, okay, here we go. Because this was during the later years of the awful, terrible relationship. And this is the guy who blackmailed me into dating him. He kept threatening his life and saying if I wasn't going to date him, then he was going to eliminate himself from the earth. And it's coming up from the church. I didn't want to be that reason or excuse. And I was going through a lot emotionally, especially with my mom and family, never wanting to be home because of the how low they put my self-esteem. My self-esteem every morning could say hi to the devil. That's how low it was. And so just picture that. And I was finishing my I just started and was finishing my second master's dating him. And remember, like once I got like close to halfway done, and is when he started getting jealous and he was doing anything and everything he could to distract me and stop me from studying. Because, guys, okay, there are going to be a lot of fake people out here Sometimes you have to have a backup plan and a backup to a backup to a backup to a backup plan on how you're going to succeed and how you are going to get things accomplished and done. You are going to need to have that friend who's going to hold your hand during the tough spots. And in return, remember that time so that when they need you, you hold their hand. Okay? Okay. Because I didn't have that. It's like, especially with promotional modeling, there was a lot of the models who, it's like, I don't know why they were haters, or because even while working, and I would get secret shopped and I would pass and everything like that. Oh, you only get these jobs because you're smart. You only get the jobs because you study it. You do, like, and yeah, it was just still mind boggling. And they always knew, like, some of them always knew how to twist and take a dig at me because I walk differently or whatever. But so I'm going through all of this and applying for jobs, trying to find the career job, because remember, I had, or I was like, well, I completed my bachelor's with a double minor, and I already had my first master's, my MA. And so I kept applying for jobs, but a lot of jobs, this is why we need DEI, good stupid scum. If you're like, who, 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 who. It's like jobs kept telling me, come back when you can walk right, come back after you fix it. What's wrong with you? Is that permanent? And or I would need a doctor's note because it's like, with the way you're walking, that doesn't make any sense. I've never seen this before. Yeah, all of these illegal questions. And it's like, if I had known, I wish I would have recorded, because I know back in the day I was scared of he said, she said. And so then I would not say, and I would not, like, I didn't know who to report them to, because sometimes it was the owner. And if I did report them, it's like I wouldn't want to work for them. It's like, because it's like, if this is what they think of me, if this is how they're going to treat me, why would I ever want to work with them and for them? Which is one reason why now that I know my worth, or at least I'm creating my worth, I hired myself. I'm working for myself. So, and yes, I'm getting so close. I'm so like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm nervous, terrified, but excited and happy. But okay. So yeah, picture all of that going on, because I'm still like, I'm applying for the jobs, and then I'm going through a lot of crap at home, being told that I'm never going to succeed, I'm never going to get a house, and just emotional abusc over and over, like, just repeatedly, to the point where I never want to be home. And it's like, some of my family members, they would tell you, I was hardly ever home. There's a reason. A lot of that reason rooted back to my mother. Yeah. So, okay, see, now you got that picture. Okay. So, I got blackmailed into this relationship with this guy who I couldn't stand, but he was like, he loved bomb me. And so it was confusing. And then he threatened his life if I didn't date him. And so then I started dating him just to be like, okay, whatever. And at least I get, it's like, now that I think of it, sometimes I was like, maybe I needed that escape. It's like, I had no one who believed me, no one to support me, no one to have my back, no one who would honestly listen. Some people listen, but they only listen to gossip or judge me or to put me down or accuse me. So, but there was one day after my ex got fired from the car dealing. Yeah, remember the car dealing job? Yeah, if you don't, go catch up. There's over 600 episodes. I bring it up and I tell the whole story in one of the episodes. So go look it up. I don't know what the title is, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah. But after he got hired or fired from that job, and after he's been fired from the, uh, like, when you put, now I'm trying to remember what you call it. It's a trade. Which part of me is like, if he had just gotten his certification or trade, like, in this, he could have found work in so many other areas, but he did it like on the down low, whatever, or it's like, or he didn't get it certified, whatever. But anyway, yeah, he kept losing jobs because he kept stealing from all of them. And there was even one or two places where he worked on and off for the last 5, 10 years, but the bosses kept letting him go because he would steal again. But then he did great work with this trade, but he would steal. And sometimes I'm just like, if you can stop stealing and just work really hard, maybe you can get promoted, or maybe you can save enough money so maybe you can have your own shop and make the money. Like, why are you this just, oh, it was so frustrating because he always blamed everybody else. He's stealing from other people and complaining and skipping work because of his special candy addiction, but he's blaming everyone else, even blaming me. Well, you always have money on you. You make sure you have stuff saved. You always plan things out, and you make me look bad. You make me look like I'm not even a man. You make me feel like I'm not worthy. You make me feel like I'm just despicable. And you know, like yeah, I only have you. You're the best thing that's happened, but it's frustrating how you're the best person I've ever met, and I can't do this. I'm gonna punch a hole in the wall. That's just a quick summary of the stuff and how he used to act around me. Oh, okay, okay. Oh yeah, and by the way, like, I have been starting the series about women and stuff. That's gonna be an on and off one because yeah, the more I talk and the more I vent, especially now that during that Hillary Clinton, like, question and answer, which yeah, Bill Clinton is doing his right now as we speak. It's crazy how, like, one of those Beckys that I told you about, Lauren Boebert, she's a Becky. She had like, how you guys created the rules. You created the rules, but then you break the rules that you created. Like, oh yeah. So I'm going to talk about that. Okay, so just keep that in mind for future episodes. But I'm going to talk about that and her. Oh, she's a, in my opinion, oh, she's such a Becky. But okay, so picture all of what I was talking about and everything. And so one day I am finishing up or getting ready for it because I remember it was like a hectic weekend because I had some night promotions and I think I was just starting a new class. I think I was starting or just finishing. But then let's see, something else was going. Oh yeah, I was working a festival because I think this is right around late summer, early fall, or whatever. So it's like they had a lot of the like festivals and stuff going on outside and everything. And so I get a phone call from Mr. Lockakey, and all of a sudden he told me that he's been calling around to strip places to be a stripper. Because at first I thought, well, I mean, he used to be in good shape, so maybe he's applying to be security. Because that's what I first thought. Because he always wants to brag about how much he can lift and how much he can carry and how strong he is. But then over the years, especially while we were dating, he was losing it. Like, it was just like, yeah, well, and oh, also, and this is one reason why I knew we were not compatible whatsoever, because I'm a sapiosexual, and like, I can't stand it when men, all of their pictures are just, I have muscles, I have a body, look at me, I'm in shape, I'm pretty, I'm handsome, I'm beautiful. And it's just like, okay, what else? And it's like sometimes, yeah, they are very handsome men, but to me that's like an empty vet. Like, yeah, I've been asked out by the pretty guys before, and sitting down for a meal is insufferable because it's basically all about their looks, they're handsome, and how that even though they asked me out, they could find better. And so I better like sleep with them or take the opportunity to be with them, because if I'm not careful, I'm going to lose them because they're going to find a better looking woman than me. But then they get really mad. Just like the guy I told you about earlier. Like the guy who is like, I'm going to sleep with my boss if you don't sleep with me. Yeah, it's kind of that same, ideology and everything like that. It's just like, say what? Really? Really? And like, even when it comes to the money thing, because like Mr. No Heart couldn't save a dime to say, like, I hope he changed. I hope he's better. I hope that whoever he's dating now, he won't have the nerve to go and lie to her and say that he needs gas money only so he can get 420 money, because he is in my, like, yeah, I don't, I'm gonna save that for a different episode. But yeah, I have so many, like, even though I talk about him all the time, there are still so many stories about him and how low he would go in order, like, he needed my money, but he was always so determined to push me down, to lower me, so because he was determined for me to meet his standards. Or like, because a lot of guys say that I'm too good for them, or they'll never be able to be good enough for me. And during and after COVID, I started realizing what they were talking about, because I do have high expectations of myself, especially since I'm the gray sheep of the family and no one ever thought too much of me. And everyone tried to tell me who I was supposed to be. I finally realized, around my early 30s, that I'm going to disappoint them with anything I do, because I don't want to do what they were trying to force me to do. And even with the church guy, like, my mom was trying to literally force me to date and marry a man I was never going to love, a man who I would have divorced by now. Part of, and I'm going to talk about this in a future Gray Sheep episode. But my mom, she would tell me that I was going to be unsuccessful. I was never going to do anything in my life, and I was a failure, and how my education was a waste of her money, because I was never going to finish my master's. But yeah, I got two, which, anyway. But it's just crazy, because she kept saying all these things and tried to force me to date a guy who I broke up with him because I realized it's not going to be love. And she would, like, when I was younger, she would tell me, all you're going to do is have some babies and make me a grandmother. That's all you're going to ever do in your life. That's the only thing you're ever going to accomplish. And now, let's just say, like, well, yeah, I'll leave that for a different, but parents, be careful what you tell your children. And if you keep dragging your kids and lowering their self esteem, sometimes you're going to pause or postpone their dreams, their goals, and the opportunities that may lay in front of them. So be careful. Be careful, okay? Okay. So, okay, back to, like, he told me about this phone call, and I'm thinking security and everything. And he, like, yeah, his body, like, he didn't, like with the pro, like, I remember, like, when he first, like, wrote me on Plenty of Fish, and I saw the profile and his body, and I'm like, well, you know what, a lady's gonna like his body, congratulations, whatever, whatever. But then he kept writing me, and then I blocked him, then he made a new profile and stuff like that, and he kept telling me that I have to give him a try, blah blah blah. So yeah, just remember that, because yeah, I talk about this in other episodes, but if you're brand new, now you know. So, but next thing I know, it's not for security. He's telling me he's a stripper. You don't even know the pause. Like, I think I was either, like, yeah, I was getting ready for the festival and, like, the crazy weekend I was about to have, because it was just going to be promotion, promotion, homework, and promotion. And I just remember I paused because I'm like, hold up, what? You're the stripper? What? And I think he thought I was going to be jealous of it. And he was like, yeah, do you have a problem with that? Are you going to be okay? Are you going to need to have a seat with me and talk with me? Are we going to need to? No, no, I'm good. Like, you found a job. And I think that got him upset. That got him upset because he was just like, hold up, what? You're not jealous? You're not mad at me? No, I'm not mad at you. You got a job. You needed a job. We all want you to have a job because whenever I can't even leave my purse alone with you because you will steal from me. No, I don't mind. I congratulate. And this way, hopefully, a woman will come in there, you'll like her, you'll break up with me for her. Which is what he did when he found his middle school sweetheart, and he knew that he owed me money, so he tricked her into like hate. Like, yeah, a lot of women hate me, but they don't realize. Yeah, yeah, I'm not one of those. But anyway. But then the best part is, well, not the best part, but I mean, because it's like I wish, like part of me was just like I hope women go in there, but then I found out it was for a gay bar, and part of me was just like, hold up, wait a minute, what? Like, huh? Like, hold the phone, like really? And so, but he thought I was gonna be mad at that, and I'm just like, they want strippers too. And so I feel like it was kind of funny because he kept getting annoyed. And because I wasn't getting jealous, I wasn't getting mad, I wasn't getting emotional. Instead, I was congratulating him. Because I'm like, yeah, I'm glad you have a job. So now, like, once you start making money, you can save a portion and can start getting your life together. Because you keep saying you want to get your life together. I'm going to put money in that wedding envelope. Boy, bye. Like, and then you're gonna take the money back out so you can go and get special candy. I already know what. And anyways, I didn't want to marry him when he said he was gonna save money. I was thinking, hallelujah, praise the Lord. He's not gonna steal my money anymore because now he's actually gonna have his own money. Yeah, that didn't work. Yeah. I still could not leave my purse or any valuables or anything around him because dot dot dot. Yeah. And so he was going to start working. And so I'm like, you know what? Yes. And so I had more time to study and work on my homework. And he would get mad at me because he was just like, you're not going to come to my job? You're not going to be at the house when I get off work? What? It's like, oh, you don't want to hear the story? You're not going to hear the stories? You can tell me about work, whatever. It's like, okay. Because it's like, I think he thought that now that he was working a job that I mean, he thought he was going to get me jealous with the either women or men that were going to hit on him and giving them of money. And it's like, and then he was like, don't you want me to practice on you? I don't even want to be with you. And so I was like, why don't you, that one woman you cheated on me with on Valentine's Day, go practice on her. When I said that, oh my gosh, when I said that, he was just like it was, I obliterated him. It was chef's kiss. And why do you have to bring that up? Why do you have to bring that up? I love you. You're a quality woman. You're one of the best women I've ever met in my life. She was just some piece of trash. And like I'm like, don't. One, why after you call her trash, but then you brought that trash into the house, introduced me to that trash because you were so lit up on your special candy that you didn't even realize what you were doing. And then like a couple days later you were lit up again and you showed me pictures of you two and video of you two doing the thing or whatever. Yeah. And how she could do certain, yeah, she's like she's talented in some things or whatever, but it's like, do you know, like, yeah, listen to past episodes because he did this several times. But then it's like, and I broke up with him, then he would threaten, oh, you know what I'm gonna do to myself, you know what I'm gonna do to boy, bye, shut up. Anyway, and so this is one reason why when his middle school sweetheart, like said, he's my man now and I'm pregnant. Hallelujah, you're pregnant. You're having his child? Yes, hallelujah. I did not like he's only using you or these excuses so he doesn't have to pay me back my money. After I broke up with him and I told him to pay me back my money, he told me that in order for me to get my money, I had to get back with him and sleep with him a certain amount of time. And it had to be up to his quality, or I would have to redo it, or he would double the parameters. Yeah, yeah. And so, anyway, I will never forget his first night there because this was not a long job. Okay. It's like he calls me one night and because I pick up because I feel like I think he had like his practice days or whatever, and but then his first actual day, guess how much he made? Guess how much he made? Okay, so yeah, okay, I'm gonna give you a few seconds, just kind of analyze the story that I gave you so far and the different things that he has done, and yeah, just and also the dating profile. I gave you hints throughout the episode. So guess how much he made during his first night? Okay, in three, two, 1, 0. Okay, he made $1. $1. And he made the dollar by a guy who felt bad for him and had pity for him because he didn't make any money. And part of me was just like, if you are going to apply for such a job, you should have first gotten back into shape. You should have started like if when you tried to date me and you kept saying, look at my body, I look amazing, I look great, you're never gonna find a man like okay, and actually like he he doesn't look like, and that's another thing, like he wasn't my type. It's like he had muscle and the body, like a lot of ladies would be like, okay, his body's not, it's okay, it's good. But I didn't really find him that attractive. I didn't. And so it's like on top of him just basing his entire profile on his body and having nothing to talk about but his body, and then forcing me to date him, but then during that he loses the only thing he had to brag about, and then stealing from jobs and taking advantage of anybody and everybody. And it just, now that he needed his body, now that the body was supposed to help him get his life together and make the money, he all that work that he did prior to meeting me, he lost it. And the funny thing is, like throughout the relationship, oh, I should go to the gym. Go to the gym. Oh yeah, but no, I need to be with you. I need to be around you. Then I found out like he always thought that he had to be near me because like he knew I didn't want to be with him. And it's like some of his male friends are like, how'd you get her? You're going to lose her real quick. So that's one reason why he would never let me alone for too long. This is why he would drive to all of the places where he knew I would study, like for my, like, yeah, study for school, whatever. He would like go to all of the places to hunt me down to make sure that I was not with any other man. Yeah. So, and there's some other details with it or whatever, but I just think if I tell you in this way and give you the three-dimensional version, but yeah, I will never forget when he came back to the house, sat on the sofa, and he got emotional. He was like, because he wanted me to be like, oh, it's okay, baby. Oh, I have your back. Oh no, you're so handsome. I didn't do any of that. No. No, like this is you try to trick me into a relationship with you, and then you basically said like you acted like your body was everything and anything that I was supposed to want, but it wasn't. But yeah, now that you don't have the body, but you're getting a job that literally needed you to have that body, yeah, it still doesn't make sense to me. But thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handy capable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.